morning if it's morning, afternoon if afternoon, evening if it's evening. One of these days I'm going to ask you to say that with me so that you offer me the same greeting as I offer you. So the day is here. The day is here. You're building your vision board, and I'm going to tell you a few different methods of building vision boards, and there's a few important points that I will discuss with you. But when you sit down to do this, I already talked about materials, so I'm not going to talk about materials today, other than to show you how to put the stuff in these two. But before you start, put some background music on, some inspirational music. If it's instrumental, much better, because then it doesn't interfere with your train of thought, with your visualization, with your focus on finding and placing things on your vision board or whatever instrument you want. Get yourself a goblet. You know what? They even sell them at the dollar store. Get yourself a goblet. Do you have wine? Get yourself a glass of wine. This is a special occasion. You know why I'm saying goblet? Because what do we associate this kind of glass with? Celebrations, right? We associate goblets with celebrations. New Year's Eve, wedding, because we think of a toast, right? When do we toast? At celebrations, engagement, promotions, New Year's Eve, weddings, so retirements. So get yourself a nice drink, even if it's orange juice, it doesn't matter. It's the celebration, the symbolism of the celebration. You're celebrating the future that you're building, and you should be excited. So let's talk about the God box or the vision box. With the materials, we talked about cutting things out of magazines and quotes, and you can also print them and put them in the box. What's important is that you revisit the things that you have in that box. Do you remember when I said I had more than 50 years experience with vision boards? I had a cardboard box where I put, remember I told you I used to cut out the rings and the things that I wanted? Well, there you go. I had a cardboard box. So it doesn't matter what material it is. This is porcelain, but it doesn't matter the material. What matters is the attention you give it to it. And I remember as a kid, I used to go back to my box and pull out the things and place the rings on my finger. This is a dog, but you know, I'm just for demonstration purposes. So yeah, here's what I used to do. So a little piece of tape and there. So this is a picture of a dog, not a ring, but you get my drift. You get the idea. But you revisit it and you think about the questions that I'm going to tell you at the end, because folks, we're not stirring a potion in a witch's cauldron. This is not magic. It looks like magic, it feels like magic. When things happen, sometimes we've forgotten what actions we have taken and all that. But when things happen, we feel so lucky, right? Because it feels like magic, it feels like fortune, but really, there's a logic to all of it. There are no coincidences. And I told you, your subconscious mind has no choice but to give you what you feed it. Give you back what you feed it, what you tell it you want. All right, so we talked about the vision journal. And these pages that you see here, you'll see that they're of a different tone as these. And that's because I'm not using this notebook as a vision journal. And I didn't want to ruin the pages by pulling, because on these, when books are bound in this way, when they're sewn together, when you pull one page, another one is inevitably going to fall out. So I didn't want to do that to my fancy journal. So I took 2 pages from here, where this has a wire, so it's spiral bound. So I pulled 2 pages out of it, and the other one stayed intact. Then I took those 2 pages and I glued them together right here. And then I glued the edge of that one to a page in the journal. I used the glue stick. I would suggest you use the glue stick that has permanent glue, or that you put sufficient glue in there to make it stick. I didn't want to put too much glue. I have a piece of Scotch tape, which you can also use. And then you can divide this to represent different aspects of your life. Let's say that you're looking for a partner. Well, then in here, put those qualities. Be specific about what you ask for, because whether you believe that God will find you that partner, or it's the universe that's going to deliver, or whatever, when you do that, you're feeding your subconscious the information. And believe you me, you're not going to settle for anything less than what you are looking for. Better? Yes. Less? I doubt it. So then what you do is stick the same thing I did with this, you're going to do in here. Quotes, phrases, cutouts, things you want to do, something you want to be. Let's say you want to be a doctor, a medical doctor, not this kind of doctor. A medical doctor. Find yourself a picture of somebody, even if it's the Good Doctor, like an advertisement for that show or whatever. Cut out the guy's face, stick your face in there. Or any other magazine, a nerd, whatever. And cut out the face, then put a picture so that your face is with the image, and you can see yourself what it would look like when you reach that goal. I'm going to show, I also had told you that I was going to tell you about these, an electronic version of the vision board. Wow, it's amazing the amount of apps out there, vision board apps. You have Vision Board, VisuApp, Vision Board and Gratitude Journal. And that one even has, the VisuApp one, even has reminders for meditation. Then there's another one that's called Vision Board Maker, Higher Self Vision, Wish Board, Personal Vision Board, My Vision Board, and there are many others. Most of these that I mentioned are free. Some are not. There was one, what is it, Personal Vision Board maybe? I'm not sure. Or either that one or the Higher Vision, one of those was $4.99, I believe. So, yes. Before I already recorded the Spanish version of this presentation, and it just dawned on me that I forgot to tell them. I'll have to put it on the post. I forgot to tell them that, let me make a note, Spanish post, that a lot of people, they don't want to carry around one of these things, or the box, or the journal. But you know what? You can put together your board, as I have. Snap a picture with your cell phone, make that your screensaver, and voila, you've got your electronic vision board. The only difference is that if you want to make a change, you can't make it on your cell phone. You would have to come back to the board, make the change, snap another picture, make that your new screensaver. So what do I have on here? See, does it make sense to you? Well, it makes a lot of sense to me. I've got money and career in this area. And what do I have? I have YouTube and Facebook here because that's something new. I never thought of doing videos and stuff like that. But that's the inspiration that got to me. That's the message I have received, that my intuition also tells me that this is what I should be doing, and every way I turn, it's like a confirmation that this is what I should be doing. So I've put it on here, grit and determination, because that is needed to continue on this path. Bright ideas. I want to bring you the best that I can bring you, and I want to make it interesting. So I'm not worried about, I don't know, the things that they say, that people nowadays say, look, I think people make us to be stupid, and we're not stupid. We're smart enough. Like kids, they don't teach them certain songs or certain words. A lot of people want to dumb things down for kids. Don't dumb things down for people or kids. We are smart human beings. We need to be challenged. Okay? Anyway, I've got a champagne bottle here that was just popped open, and all these dollar signs are coming out. Why? Because I want to be able to buy that car that I told you I wanted to buy, and to be financially independent. So that's one of my goals. I want this to be the best financial year yet. So that's going to take some steps on my part. But everything's coming up roses. That's why I'm affirming, and I'm doing what I love. I'm writing. The reason I retired was to write and to do what I love. And what do I love? Helping people. I was a counselor for 18 years. And if I showed you the amount of notes and letters that I would get from students and parents thanking me. Not everybody thanks you, but I have some treasured letters and notes that were the things that kept me going, because that really feeds your soul, knowing that you make a difference in somebody's life. And that's what I want to do via these videos. I wish that somebody had told me this kind of stuff when I was in my 30s and experiencing such emotional turmoil. But they say that when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. And my first experience with learning about synchronicity, that there are no coincidences in life, was with when I read the Celestine Prophecy. And that was 1994, and from then on, I've read many other books and learned a lot about energy and what we put out there and what we get back, and our responsibility towards our fellow human beings. Animals too, but we have a function in each other's lives. So, right? Organized. Oh my goodness. I need to be more organized. I still have an office full of old stuff, and I find it hard to let go of the past because I had so much success in my career. And to me, success wasn't, oh, I'm downtown and I'm a big cheese. That wasn't success to me. Success was having good rapport with my students, being able to help them, feel their love, make sure that they knew that I loved them, that I cared, that it wasn't just a job for me. That was what I define as success. I had a very good reputation in my district too, but that personal connection with the students and their parents and their families, that was special. All right, so, and then health-wise, a happier way to eat. I want to eat healthier food, and I want to continue my daily exercise. That smile that you find on there is because somebody did a root canal that was botched, and then somebody did another one, and I think I'm on my third, and the last thing I heard was that I might lose my tooth, and it's a front tooth. So I'm praying that they'll find the solution so that I can keep my smile, because I like it. And so here we go. Once you put together your vision board, you're going to want to ask yourself, oh, calm and relaxed. And it's not necessarily that I want to get those chairs. It's the feeling that you get from looking at the picture, at that scene. It looks like you can just sit there and read, relax, read a book, listen to music. Looks very serene, very peaceful, very organic. Balance, it's important for me to have balance in my life. It's important for everyone. You want your spiritual, physical, emotional, psychological balance. It's like a wheel with spokes. You want to make sure that everything is balanced. That's how we see it in life coaching. Okay, so I have YouTube and Facebook here. Relating superstar, celebrating other people, and being able to connect with you and relate with you. That's what I want. Okay, once you complete your vision board, what are the questions you're going to, oh, I just put it out of there. What are the questions that you want to ask yourself? Well, first one is, let's do those in order, because when I was brainstorming about this, I thought, well, let me write them in order that is that I find most logical. So, why do I want? Here we go back to the why. Why do I want to be healthier? Why do I want to eat better and continue to exercise? Well, to be healthier. It's about quality of life. Yes, it's about quantity. If you're healthier, you're going to live longer. But to me, quality of life is the most important of the two. To me. Other people, maybe not. But for me, if I live to be 80, I want to be that 80-year-old lady who's walking around, even if it's on kitty heels, but she still puts makeup on, and she still goes for walks, and she still goes to the gym. That's the 80-year-old that I want to be, if God sees fit for me to live that long. So it's about quality of life. It's about feeling better. And it's about looking better for whom? For me. So that when I walk, that's why I put makeup on every morning. Do you know? Every morning after I do my hygiene stuff, I'll brush my teeth and all that, I put on makeup. I put on my face. Why? Because I don't want to walk by a window or a mirror and frighten myself half to death. I don't want to do that. I want to be able to, if I need to run to the supermarket and all of a sudden an appointment was canceled and now they got me in, I want to be able to go, change, and go out and not have to worry about anything. Well, you might ask, well, why do you worry about what people have to say? It's not about what people have to say. I worry about what I have to say. I worry about not liking the person I see in the mirror because I know that she could do better. So that's my way of seeing it. I like myself. And so when you like somebody, it's like Ruby. I like Ruby. I love my Ruby. So I put bows on her and I want her to look pretty so that I enjoy her and everybody else who sees her enjoys her too. Well, I got off on a tangent, but I'm not going to stop the video. I'm just going to go ahead and do the questions because I want to give you the real me. I don't want you to run into me on the street and go, oh, she's nothing like she portrays on her videos. That's not me. My kids, my former students will tell you. Now, so why do I want it? For those reasons. And what are 3 things that I can do to move towards accomplishing that goal? One of the things I could do is look at my board so I can remember and refocus every day. Even if you don't have the time to stop and go, oh, this and that, and ponder and you know what? Subliminally, you'll be sending your subconscious mind that message. But it's also important to hold yourself accountable. So what are 3 things? Looking at the board, reviewing the board, talking to a nutritionist, and going to the gym, keeping my gym membership and continuing to use it. Those are 3 things off the top of my head. Who is one person that could help me achieve these goals? Now, I don't want you to think in terms of, of something doing things for you, somebody doing things for you, or no, not that way. We don't want to think about it that way. You want somebody who's going to support you, whether it's a best friend, your sister, your brother, your mother, your father, your grandmother, your spouse, your partner, whoever it is that can give you that support, that emotional support and encouragement. That's what we're looking for. If you have, okay, let's say, okay, this is my goal. So tell me something. If this is my goal, should I be hanging out with a group of friends that are eating junk food, going out to eat with them all the time, that are eating junk food, that are doing drugs, that are couch potatoes, that are... No, you know why? Because they say that we're the average of the... Some people say 10 people, other people say 5 people, but basically we're the average of the people who are... We are the result. On average, we are the result of the people we hang out with. So, if I hang out with couch potatoes all the time, am I going to be encouraged and feel motivated to go to the gym and eat right? No, you're going to fall in the same rut. I'm not saying don't talk to your old friends anymore. Don't talk to your family. Don't go to family reunions. That's a different thing. I am saying that you've got to be your best friend. And if what that requires is you making a change in your environment and heading in somewhere left when everybody's going right, or going right when everybody's going left, then so be it. Because you've got to be your best friend. And if you want to meet your goals, you're going to have to work for them. There's got to be action and accountability attached to that. There's magic, quote unquote, with the subconscious thing, because what we deliver into the subconscious mind delivers to us. But it requires action, and it requires us being deliberate. So the next question, my mother used to say, tell me who you hang out with, tell me who you're with, and I'll tell you who you are. Dime con quién andas y te diré quién eres. Isn't that the truth? So if you want to be successful at X, Y, or Z, look for people who are successful at X, Y, or Z and hang out with them and learn from them how they got to where you want to be. The other thing is, fill out the blanks on this sentence. When I reach this goal, I will feel, how will you feel? I'll feel proud that I'm making better choices and that I'm able to move I look better, I feel better. So that's my because I'll look better, I'll feel better, and I'll have a better quality of life. All right? So those are questions that you ask yourself. Those are questions that help build that accountability and keep you focused. All right? I hope this has helped. I hope I didn't forget anything. I think I said this before, but I'll say it once again. Remember, getting any one goal or getting all of the goals, that doesn't translate into you being happy. You will be content. You'll feel happy that you achieved whatever goal it is, but that's not happiness. That's not everlasting happiness. Happiness is a daily thing, and it's not contingent on external factors. It's an internal thing. And with that, I say goodbye for now. Remember, let that, get your fancy pen and write the date. Today is February 13th, 2020. On the back of your board so that you know when you created your board and you can gauge how long it took to get your goals. You can even put a timeline. By next year, I'm looking at a timeline of a year for this one, and most of them a year. The money thing, that might take longer. I don't know. But I'm saying a year. What's the worst that could happen, right? All right. Again, love you guys. Thank you for hanging out with me for this little while. I hope this helps. Please like, comment, share, subscribe to my channel, like my Facebook page so that any other video that comes up, you can get it. Write, in your comments, talk to me about things that you'd like to hear me discuss, themes that I have, or topics that you would like to hear me talk about. I will share with you anything new with my author side of the deal, but I'm a hypnotherapist, I'm a counselor, I've got to do what I've got to do because people are hurting out there, and I know I can, in some way, I can make a difference. So, love you. Remember, let that divine light that is in you shine wherever you are. Bye.